The Immaterial Games Podcast with these guys.
Winston Wolfe, I don't know why we're starting the podcast with that, but Winston Wolfe is just a weird ass character. He's supposed to be a cleaner. He's supposed to make sure all the bad things go away for the bad guys.
Oh,
Not help repair their toilet. Or at least provide insurance to repair their toilet.
Are they evil toilets?
No. They're just toilets. Leaky toilets. Though, that being said, now I've just saw
God.
a cat in a wingsuit, so, you know.
Oh, the direct line adverts. Oh.
Yeah, so it was direct line, and then it was Money Supermarket.
Okay.
So, yeah, now there are people dressed as monsters.
Halloween was like 2 weeks ago, man.
Yeah, well, that's what you get when you watch a channel that seems to just want to sell you insurance, and credit checks.
I wonder if
Insurance. Insurance for when your insurance doesn't insure you.
Yeah. What's that, D?
I don't know. I was going to say Insureception.
Inception.
Inception. Someone's like saying the word Inception, but they like have really bad lips. Inception.
Oh, Sean Connery. Inception. Bwah.
Okay. So
Can you imagine if like instead of Leonardo DiCaprio it was Sean Connery? We need to go deeper.
Wait, what are we on about?
I want a 10-second maze done in 5 seconds.
the Inception film.
So-
If it was done by Sean Connery, not Leonardo.
You have 2 minutes to draw a maze. It only takes 1 minute to finish. Your time starts now.
But yeah.
It'd be just like Entrapment, wouldn't it? Except with no Catherine Zeta-Jones. Actually, yeah, replace Ellen Page with Catherine Zeta-Jones, Sean Connery, Leonardo with Sean Connery, and you've basically got Entrapment in a dream world.
Okay.
Now, that being said, I actually just want the music at the end of Inception to just be done by Sean Connery. Da 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 da, sha 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 sha.
Sean Connery.
Sha da 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 da, sha da 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 da.
We seem to be definitely off track.
I don't even know what we're on about anymore.
Right.
There is no
track.
track until the first couple minutes of the podcast.
Yeah, this is always how the warm-up goes.
Oh,
Always be off track, get people warmed up, then we get going.
Then we
Based
get
that
on
fact.
track.
Yeah, like so. This is the Immaterial Gamers Podcast. Hello, everyone.
I still don't get what was going on.
It's episode 68, Steph. That's what's going on.
68. We're almost there.
oh,
We are. If we can try and do something special for that, I think we can, but otherwise it'd just be us saying
Next
it
episode?
all the way through. Yeah, next episode.
I'll be naked
Uh,
the entire time.
oh,
I blame
perfect.
you
In the
here.
middle of fucking November, where it'll be cold as shit.
I'm more concerned if one of his parents want him and they go in his room.
It's just like, Mom, I'm recording. Close the door and pretend you saw nothing. It's like, yes, dear.
oh no. Could be worse.
Oh.
Well, actually, no. I don't know what would be worse there. If your mum or dad walked in, or your sister.
So, what have you guys been playing this week?
Yeah. So, I'm Ryan. We got D. Who? What are we? Actually, what are we?
I don't know.
This week we are. You know what? We're awkward games consoles.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm Ryan, and I am the Nokia N-Gage
Oh, yeah.
mobile phone games console, where you had to answer the phone on the side.
Ooh.
And then we've got D, who is the Virtual Boy.
Damn it. I was going to take that one.
Oh, you.
Can't be a virtual girl instead.
Look, the 90s were a thing back then, okay?
Okay.
It's just the fact that you are red and black all over.
Fed out.
It's just
What, Dennis the Menace?
kind of. And then we've got Duncan, who is at that point you're the Ouya,
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Nah.
the Android developed games console, completely forgetting the fact that the reason the people played mobile phone games on their mobile phone games was, because
Because they're a mum.
yeah. And then finally we have Steph, who I think is safe to say
Confused.
is the Spectrum Vega Plus.
Ooh.
I'm more confused than anything now.
Yeah.
You're the games console that took 3 years to come out and bankrupted about 5 companies in doing so. And
That
you were
sounds like
also
something I'd do.
your project was also spearheaded by a man who developed sex robots.
That also sounds
Hey,
like something I'd do.
Leading into our special next episode.
Yeah, love sex and robots. What was it?
Let's
Love
see if
death
we
and
can get
robots?
that. Let's see if we can get that guy as a guest. That'll be
Oh,
our
yeah.
special.
Yeah, if anyone can contact Professor David Levy.
Hold on,
that'd be-
I'll send him a tweet now.
Yeah, if you could, just talk to him. Maybe we'll say initially that we start talking about how sex robots will be good for the industry, and then move on to what's been played. That'd be a weird thing. Oh, what's been played? Well, my latest development, Joanna, will do. No, David, stop.
Wait, what's been played?
I wonder if he's got a
Capable. This latest model is capable of giving very convincing oral sex.
Jesus.
Just wait till he gives it, like, it can give birth.
Complete with gargling noise. Oh God.
I I think it's safe to say that we've only had a few minutes of warm up, but I think it's best we move on. So let's move on, like we do, to what's been played.
What's being played?
So let's start with one of the two that weren't here last week. Let's go with Steph.
I just feel like I get bullied.
Okay.
We do it because we love you.
You hate me.
Well, yeah. What have you been playing actually?
Me?
You was in Canada.
Pokemon. It's the only new thing I've been playing.
What do you like to play?
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Okay, so Pokemon, and I'm gonna. It's safe to say it's going to be Sword and or Shield.
Sad.
It's,
I've not opened Shield yet.
Did you buy the double pack?
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of people actually that have been following on Twitter talking about it. I felt foolish of asking the question, which one did you get, Sword or Shield? Because almost all of them would have said both.
Yeah. Yeah, I got both.
Alright, so...
Depending on where you got it from, you got different bonus things for it, though.
Hmm.
I got mine through Amazon, so I get a little figurine.
Oh, yeah. Figurine of what?
The free starting Pokemon.
Sweet.
If you buy it
All three
anywhere
of them.
else, you get if you bought it through game, you got like a special banner thing, I believe.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure about anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
But I know every place basically had their own promotional thing to go with the dual thing. The double case.
Fair dues. So, how is the British land of Galar?
I
As
like
an
it.
expert
Well-
on the land of Britain, can you say it is accurate?
Well, its weather's a bit concerning, seeing that the catching, like how you had the day or night cycle,
Mm-hmm.
now you have the weather cycle.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, because he was in a match and he got hailed.
Oh, I'm in an area right now. In each part of the map, there is different weather conditions, by the seams of it. At the beginning, there's nothing. It's just plain. And I've kind of just got into the area where you finally more into the story. I've got the Pokédex. I've beat my rival 3 times already, or twice, one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got my ass kicked by an Onyx that's level 26, while my strongest is 13.
Yeah. It just
I
appeared.
thought I was in the wrong area. No, I just walked into an event that I should not have walked into yet. But, and I've lost that event now.
Oh.
Bastard. Yeah, it wasn't there when I came back. But, it works on weather. I don't think it works on, like, local weather, but it works on weather.
Yeah,
Right
'cause
now in the game, it's hailing.
Yeah, because it was local weather, then it would just be rain, rain, rain,
Yeah.
rain,
I'll
cold,
only ever
rain.
catch anything that likes rain.
That is very...
Howling wind.
A permanently wet gas form.
Soggy. A soggy ghastly or something.
So have you went into any of the raid battles yet?
I believe I just went into one a minute ago. Wait, is the raid? The raid battles when you raid a den, right?
Yeah.
I just done one.
Okay.
Literally just done one. I didn't pick the right choice of Pokemon to go with it because I had no idea what it was actually doing. But I just did one. I made my Pokemon giant.
Sweet. So how is the Dynamax and Gigantamax stuff then? What does it
It just
actually do?
Just makes them bigger and makes the. I'd say by the looks of it, it seems to take, depending on your type of attack, let's say if it's a support attack, well, like a support, like a power-up or something like that, it seems to give it 1 boost up. Like, all your moves become the same move, except for certain elements.
Okay.
So your wind becomes Airstream, I believe it was called. My dark move became something like Dark Hold or something like that, and my lair and my horn claws, which is basically a power up and a debuff, was named something else, but I never really used them. I used 2 moves and 1. But you get a team. So in other words, you're meant to be playing that with other people, I'm assuming, because you get a team of 4 players.
Yeah.
If you go solo, it gives you computer generates free for you.
But you can then just like set stuff online, and you can have.
Yeah, but I'm not
3.
paying for Nintendo Online.
So it requires that service still.
Yeah, all of it does, including the special trades. Well, look, I'm assuming the special trade is, because I tried setting it up, but then it was like, yeah, just sat there saying searching forever, and I thought, well, someone would have done a surprise swap at any point. I can't see
it's
no
called
one
surprise trade now, isn't it?
Yeah, surprise trade. You basically pick a Pokemon, put it to trade, and it waits until it just kind of goes, well, we've matched you with this one, let's send it.
God, I remember that from X and Y.
I remember that. That's how I used to get Charmanders and things like that.
And
then, people send you eggs, and you won't know what's in the goddamn egg.
Gets.
I used to raise the egg, because it'll always turn out to be something like a Charmander or a Squirtle or some bull like that. But, when I got the game, I did find out you can't get a shiny version of your starters anymore, or legendary Pokemon.
Oh.
They've locked that part of the game, so you can't get it.
0 out of 10.
Why do you just keep saying 0 out of 10?
Because it gives
You are a
reasons to just... Oh, okay. Fine.
Well,
I guess if that's how it's going to be, it's just whatever.
At least he's gone. At least the capture in it is back to normal. I can't deal with the go capture.
I'm back.
Yeah, I've noticed you back. Welcome back. Yeah, I can't deal with the whole go capture. It's more Pokemon now. You actually have to capture the Pokemon in a Pokeball. Not just sit there trying to fling a Pokeball on weird angles.
Like, go! And whilst I'm sat there physically doing the swipe motion for it.
Yeah, that annoyed me.
I'm one of the only people here who actually thought that was still like an intuitive mechanic for getting people into Pokemon. Am I like the weirdo of the group here?
I think it was probably good for, baby's first Pokemon.
No, it works good for Pokemon Go itself on a mobile device.
Yeah, because you're walking around and whatnot.
But when they put it on the Switch, no.
Just becomes because you got to use a thumbstick at that point.
Yeah, you're either using the stick or you're moving your device around trying to get it.
So in Pokemon Go, can you not grind against wild Pokemon at all?
No. In Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eva, no, you cannot grind. You have to, if you want to grind, you have to sit there throwing Pokeballs at shit. And you're not getting money for doing this, unless actually no, you won't be getting money regardless because you couldn't use a Pokemon that knows fucking Payday.
Payday.
So you were literally buggered for that one. Oh look, I'm doing another raid right now. I didn't want to use Terra. That's not fair.
Well, you're using Terry. What is Terry, by the way?
He's a little bird. I'll have to find out his real name in a sec.
You haven't even got his name. Okay.
It's that one I said, can you name it? But I need a female name.
Okay.
I got a male version of it.
Fair
and
enough.
because I'm letting you pick who you want to be. He's Rook ID.
Ah yes. Okay.
Because I need certain Pokemon as well, like I need a water Pokemon still. You've picked a rock and fire, so that covers my fire.
Yeah, boy.
I've made Danny into a dark. It's
that little dark
Nicolette.
Okay.
Nike. And then you've got Duncan, who made himself that little dog thing, if he remembers the name, because I don't. Yampa.
Woof woof.
Yeah, that's Duncan.
I definitely don't remember the name of the Pokemon I named myself after.
So I've got an electric. I'm gonna have a rock and fire once I find it. And I've got a dark. And I'm a grass Pokemon. I am the beginning grass.
Oh.
I'm Grookey.
Fair dues.
Oh, Swan brother
But
to Loki.
I still have. I need a water Pokemon and I need someone to name it after. But I'm trying to keep it for. I'm only using the brand new Pokemon.
I'm gonna say Sapphire.
So my selection's very small.
Sapphire is a blue gem, so blue's water. That works.
Well, right now, the only water Pokemon I've got is from the new set would be the Chewturtle, which does not suit Sapphire at all.
Okay.
The only thing I'd be able to catch might be a later on in the game, which might be something, let's say, I don't even know what I'll do. Sometimes you look at some of them, and some of them don't even. A lot of these new ones don't evolve.
Hmm.
Which some of them, it's like there's one called Dreepy,
Okay.
and it reminds me of one of the fossil Pokemon. I'm trying to remember what its name.
Kabuto?
No, one of the newer fossils. It's not that.
I don't know. I only know the original fossils.
I'm sure it was either a rock or ground version, but it was like a little disc Pokemon.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't remember its fucking name, and I can't remember what elements it was. Was it water? I'm just going for a Pokédex, going through it all. Come on, no, where are you?
Oh, good. Sounds like the construction's back.
5 years later. Still searching.
Yeah, I give up looking for this bugger. I don't even know what it was called. But yeah, it looks like another Pokemon, but with a longer slide body. It's like that was the evolution of that. It's like how Pokemon go extinct, and we're assuming they probably evolved over time to develop to the way they are.
Hmm.
I'm assuming that happened to this Pokemon, and it's the bit further down the line version of the fossil Pokemon. And I'm sure it was. I can't remember which game it was from. Either.
I don't know. I give up after like the DS, the DS games. So Fire Red, Leaf Green, somewhere around there.
Sounds about right.
Oh, was it Dark and?
Right.
Oh,
But yeah,
play Black and White.
I've not even got to the first gym yet, so I have a long way to go to get to that.
Mm-hmm.
Fair
But
enough.
I am enjoying it so far. It seems a little bit more of a faster pace, to be honest.
Mm.
It's like you're not as slow as like what the old Pokemon, like just slow start used to have in the game.
Mm.
It doesn't seem that slow to me. It's like you have like 3 conversations at the beginning, and next thing you know, you've got a Pokemon.
Okay.
And it's not. And
Yeah, you didn't.
at the beginning of it, the beginning is what you watching a video of the champion who turns out to be your rival's brother.
Who gives you the Pokemon, I believe.
Yeah, who gives you the Pokemon?
So you don't even get it off whatever wood.
Yeah, I don't even know what the professor's name is for this version.
Normally a wood of some sort.
Professor Acacia. Professor
Sakura.
Twig. I don't know.
Professor Sakura.
Probably.
Who
No,
knows?
that would have been interesting. Sakura. Anyway.
Anyway.
It's Max Guard it turns into, by the way. So
We
any of
got
your
that.
support moves turns into Max Guard.
Okay.
Right.
So when you use your, I forgot what the technique's called. What was it called, Ryan? The gigantic thing.
Gigantamax. Or Dynamax.
The Dynamax. It turns everything to Max and a name. So I've got Max Airstream, Max Guard, and Max Darkness.
Right.
So I'm assuming you might have something like Max Fire something and Max Leaf this, or it's the only thing that makes sense.
Right. Okie dokie. So, we will move this on to Duncan.
Oh boy. What do I want to talk about this week?
I assume
Like-
you got a lot.
Well, I guess I'll start off by talking about the story I was reminded of before the podcast started.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's been discussed yet or not, but the second Side of TFT is out.
Briefly
gonna-
mentioned upon, but there's not much outside of the videos that we've been doing. The first one went out on Thursday last week, and the next one will be out this Thursday, as is tradition.
Yeah. So TFT set 2. We're playing it. We're having fun. I was
Yeah,
playing
boy.
a game, and I don't remember if I was by myself or if I was just like the last person left in the game.
Mhm.
But I was playing a game of TFT, and I don't think I ended up winning the game, but on one particular round, I happened to beat some guy, pretty badly, and he's a French guy.
Okay.
And I beat him. It was like 7-0 units on the board.
Oh,
and
so you like rolled him.
Yeah, and I don't know. He's spouting off something in French in the chat. I'm like, I don't speak French, man. I don't know what the fuck you're saying. So I thought, you know what, maybe just for fun, let me try Google Translate this, see if I can, obviously Google Translate isn't going to give me a perfect translation, but if I can at least get the idea of what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gives you the ballpark.
Yeah. So I thought, he probably sent like 3 or 4 different texts, all in French. So I just start with the first one. So I Google Translate the first word in the first sentence he said, and the word comes out as fuck. I'm like, all right, good start.
Yeah, fair enough. Immediate hatred with fuck.
And then
That
I
might
started
not be
typing,
hatred.
and then I start the second word, and the word is your. And so I'm like, all right, so he's gonna make it personal. Cool.
Yeah.
So I keep typing. Third word gets translated. Mother.
Oh, wonderful.
I decided to stop there. I was like, I had a pretty good idea of what the rest of the conversation was about after that point.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, so then I decided, let's have some fun. I try to go backwards with it, right? I was like, I'll use Google Translate to translate something I want to say to him into French.
Don't always work out that way.
I thought it might work the other way. It's like I get the rough idea of what he's saying to me. Maybe he gets a rough idea of what I'm saying to him, or maybe it's a total miss. Who knows? I just thought for fun. It's not exactly like a super active game. I have a minute or so. So I started to think of a message that would translate well, like grammatically, something that wouldn't be too challenging. So I had to say something kind of short and kind of like formal. Those are generally the things I translate best.
Yeah.
So the message I give him is, attempted to give him was, please say nice things about my mother. And he must have understood some general idea of what I was saying, because he then responded to me saying, "Oh, I wasn't talking to you," because obviously that's correct. Because he literally addressed me. He's like, Jeff Vader, French, fuck your mother, whatever.
French, fuck him. Is that what he said?
Pretty much. That's basically what I got. So
Is
I
that what
responded to him.
Is that what Google Translate said? He said, French, fuck your mother.
Oh, and then I followed up with it by saying, pardon my French. Pardonnez mon français.
Jesus Christ.
And then he was like, oh, no, I wasn't talking to you. No, that wasn't directed at you. I was just like, okay.
Thought he could get away with the French and just got so
I don't get
panicked.
why you don't know French.
What's that?
So I don't get why you don't know French.
I don't get why you don't know French or Spanish or German or whatever.
Yeah, but I live in a country that only speaks basically one language.
I live in a province that only speaks one language.
That's an excuse.
Yeah, so is yours. Fight
Mine's
me.
a better excuse.
Right, you need a month of Nintendo Online just so you can fight each other in Pokemon.
Yeah, someone give it me.
No.
I'm not fucking paying for it.
No, based on the video game challenge I was going to want to do with you, I was going to think of paying for your entries to clashes. But we'll talk about that later.
You what?
I'll explain later. So we got to say nice things about your mother. She's a very nice woman.
Yeah, well, I like to think so.
Yeah.
But so that was fun.
I don't want to comment.
You spent like 3 days with her. I hope you have some opinion.
I don't want to comment.
Okay.
I see.
Is that so? Oh, Shenmue's coming out soon. Right, anyway, yeah, so.
You just call my mom a whale?
No.
That wasn't me.
No! I said Shenmue, not Shamu.
I was going to say.
I thought you meant the way you're
my ears aren't exactly perfect, it's a hereditary problem. Just gotta get clarification every once in a while.
Oh my god. Perfect.
So I've been playing Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Oh yeah, that game.
Speaking of whales. I don't know why that's related.
Because
Yeah,
you can
there's
be a
Overcooked.
whale.
But I've already talked about Overcooked a bunch, so I'm not too
Hmm.
worried about it. So I have actually talked about Fire Emblem Three Houses before, like way earlier when it first came out, and we started playing it for our
So,
collective play session thing.
Yeah, prior to Better Together.
The reason I mention it now is because I now have my own Switch,
woo!
thanks to courtesy of a delivery by Mr. Stefan, and so I decided to buy myself a copy of Three Houses to play from my own copy, to play my own file, and I've decided to go with the Black Eagle House.
Ooh, is that the red or the blue one?
That's the red one.
The red one.
Confusingly, yes, the red one is the black one. I know. It's
Uh,
everyone else is perfectly colored, you know. The yellow deers are, the golden, what the fuck ever. The Leicester Alliance. The blue people are blue.
But red
no,
are black.
But red is black and black is red.
Oh, it's a
even though none
virtual
of them
boy.
were black.
You're just being racist.
No, we're not. Anyway, as you were saying, so you're playing.
Yeah,
their
and this
campaign.
time, and it's kind of fun when you play the game and you're actually like paying attention to what's going on, and you're not just spending most of the time talking shit and making jokes. It's very different, you know. You get to experience the story and the characters a little bit better.
Yeah.
There we go.
And how far you through on this one then, compared to the Better Together?
I'm about halfway to the point that we're at in the Better Together campaign that we've recorded, not that's been released. I'm probably only like a couple chapters behind what's been released so far.
Right. Okay.
And
That's something else we need to talk about later, but that's not for anyone else on the podcast to hear. Anyway.
yeah. So what was I gonna say? So I've gotten about that far. That being said, from what I've heard, that is a tiny fraction of what there is to do in the game.
Yeah.
Supposedly, it's like the file, like we've recorded up to like not even a quarter of the game yet.
Jesus, and you've been doing a lot of the side stuff.
I think we did an estimate.
Thank you as
I think
well, haven't you?
We did an estimate at some point and determined that based on our relative progression and the amount of chapters that we had covered versus how many there are in the game, we estimated that there would be about 50 to 52 weeks worth of Fire Emblem to go.
To go.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, in total. Like
Oh.
it would be about 1 year of Fire Emblem.
Oh, jeez.
Fair enough. So this has basically taken over the really, really long-term project that Roleplaying Not Imma Games was until the day where the file deleted itself.
Wasn't
Yeah,
fate.
out of mercy kill itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Committed suicide.
75% through that game, and then it pulled that stunt.
It sunbooted itself.
Yeah.
Harry Carey. Yeah.
I was about to say, are there any main changes in the Black Eagle campaign that you're noticing compared to the Yellow Leicester Alliance campaign?
It's
Or does
generally.
it just kind of be the
I
same?
mean, here's the thing, right? I do everything I can to avoid knowing about what's happening in the future. The only thing I know about the future, and in the vaguest of terms, is that at some point there will be a time skip, and during or after this time skip, the politics of the world are going to ramp up significantly, and bad things will happen.
Right.
I don't know how the story will unfold and how your different choice of house will affect that story yet. All I know is that so far in the sort of prologue part of the game, which I'm still in, it's more or less the same story, just slightly different dialogue based on who you're following.
Yeah,
and
because you're just
and
going to
obviously
be...
your units are different.
I was about to say, you're just going to have different characters, aren't you?
Yeah, so it's more or less the same for now. It may change later. I don't know for certain. I'll have to see.
Okay. But still as enjoyable as when you were doing the recording ones?
Yeah, no, it's like I say, it's actually a lot more enjoyable when you're taking in the full experience. Not that I'm not enjoying making the recording. The recordings are a lot of fun too.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. It's like there's certain games where it feels preferable that game's yours, in a sense, and it's a personal recording. That's sort of how it is. I mean, that's probably something like why I haven't done a playthrough of The Outer World, for example. That's the sort of game that I just want to play, not do anything for. There's stuff like that.
Still think you should have killed the first guy.
Wasn't going to happen. Wasn't going to happen. I brutally murdered the guy in Edgewater, though. You know, I forced the druid people to move back into the city, but then killed the guy who owned the city, so they didn't have to deal with him.
That is.
As far as I'm concerned.
Again, that sounds like something I'd do.
I thought it felt pretty much in my character at the moment. I had a crisis of conscience and felt that the only way to solve that crisis of conscience was heavy violence.
Sounds about right.
You should have that urge more often.
Nope, that's not how that goes. So, so we've had Pokemon, and we've had Fire Emblem. Two very big Nintendo-y things. So, D, is it going to be a Nintendo-y thing?
I assume I don't actually have a Nintendo.
Go Sonic!
Oh, no.
Okay, then.
No, the only thing I've
Hey, there's a new trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll come back to that very briefly at the end.
well,
Right, D.
the only thing I've been playing is more Phantom Pain. So
Okay, so more Metal Gear Solid.
I am
So when we
52
left last year...
I'm now 52 hours of playtime, and I'm 17% of the way through.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, because I mean, when we last left you, you were listening to Aha's take on me while brutally murdering a Russian base, weren't you?
Yeah, well, I've now completed Afghanistan. I'm just going back through, collecting some of the extra things so I can get, like, people and stuff.
Right, okay.
Because if you find out that basically the bonus objectives give you the extra dudes that'll give you specific things. Like, the 2 POWs in episode 10 gives you the ability to carry out. They crane lift the containers out.
So the higher Fultron extraction, yeah.
You have to get them from episode 10. It's the only place you can get them.
You said Ultron.
No, not Ultron extraction.
I was a little bit concerned there. I was like, no, that don't make sense to me, didn't it? I was like,
But yeah,
no,
James
sure, he said-
Spader just comes down and just
got
goes...
no strings.
That's a hold me down. But no, basically I've got quiet now and sort of. She's in the break. So I've done Afghanistan. I've just got to tie stuff up and then I'll move to Africa. Or I could
Africa.
Or I could.
Sorry,
My main quest is go to Africa. My side quests are all done. I just need to go. If I want to, I can just go to Africa, or I've got to make the bad decision of: do I scavenge as much what I can out of Afghanistan first, or do I just progress? Because I've done the side quests for Afghanistan, and I've done the main quests at least once. So, do I want to progress to Africa, or do I want to farm? But yeah,
Fair enough.
it's that kind of, I'm at that stage. What else? I've re-downloaded Payday because there's new Payday expansion in there.
There's always Payday stuff.
Payday!
Just seems to keep happening.
What did Payday do for Halloween this year? Does anyone know?
No.
They didn't because they weren't.
No.
They were not in active development again until, like,
Payday 3?
the month. No, there was not supposed to be an active development of Payday 2
Oh yeah.
at all.
Because
And
it's
Payday 3 was supposed to come out, but they needed money. Starbreeze is in a little bit of shit.
but yeah, because it was all tied up and everything, and there was the medallions and the stuff, and
Illuminati conspiracy and
yeah.
that like whole uber hard mode stuff that we haven't got near yet.
I got the
Barely hear any of
translations.
it.
I've got the translation stuff. I just haven't translated it.
Yeah, I mean I'm supposed to do that as well, but you know I feel like it just feel a bit easier just going down all the achievements list one at a time, and then if you get all the achievements,
What, you mean all 1,400?
well yeah, well no, there's a list of 60, and I think you have to like complete 40 out of your 60.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But the 40 achievements for each member is different,
Yep.
and everyone has to have completed their set of achievements to then do like a thing underneath the White House, which then has to be is like a same sort of translation thing done in time pressure,
Oh.
because that time pressure is respawning enemies that constantly appear and limited ammo.
Yeah.
And then then the dentist comes along and you shoot him once in the head, and then the game wins. But so that's what you've been playing then, is it?
Mostly, yeah.
Sounds like you have a long and grueling journey to go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Basically, yeah, I might just skip to a new area just to escape Afghanistan for a while. God, indeed, I found a pup last time I was on a mission. The most hilarious one I've done so far is I literally got an S rank by... I asked it to drop me into the hot zone. I did all the objectives whilst on the chopper, and it just extracted me out without actually leaving the chopper. It's like, fair dues. But there's an S rank.
Sweet.
But yeah, Ryan, what have you been playing?
Okay, this will be a short, quick one for me because I haven't been playing as much Death Stranding as I wanted to. So
That's the one with the cargo thing in it. It's like,
yep, and the baby. I did. I think I might have explained one thing. So there's
Baby
in the game there's in the game there's the stealth sections. I'll go on. You know what? I'll briefly talk about Death Stranding. Go on, that's fine. I'll humour everyone. So yeah, I'm still doing more cargo runs. I've now connected the eastern seaboard of America to like the eastern edge place called the Wind Farm. But I had a traumatic experience involving some BTs. Some good old beach
BTs.
things. So in those bits it's stealth sections and
British Telecom?
no. We'll carry on. And yeah, you have to sort of like sneak around, find grass, hold your breath while these like virtually invisible things are there, and your bridge baby. It's a baby in a bottle. You gotta treat him the right way. You do, because it gets stressed out. If it gets too stressed out, it develops toxins inside, which makes it go unconscious.
I mean, you'll have no stealth protection.
Oh, well, it means no, you can still stealth, but you just don't know what you're stealthing with and where. So, yeah. So I was going there, and I was about 100 metres away from the wind farm. Everything was great, and then I cocked up, walked straight into one.
Oh, this is the
And when
point
you
where
walked-
Ryan knew he'd done fucked up.
Yeah, this is where the footage would stop. It would go grayscale. You may wonder how I got into this situation. That sort of idea. But yeah, when it happens, you don't initially get in the shit. So it'll just happen, and you'll think, "Oh right, I should be able to run away." So you'll panic. You'll try and run, and then next thing you know, it's like this black puddly mess just goes bum 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 right next to you, and then turns into a sea of black with then people coming out of the ground, wailing wall style, and trying to drag you into hell, the underworld. I don't know.
Just darkness.
Yeah.
But go to the
And
darkness.
so I was getting dragged, and my containers were getting damaged, including this power cell delivery that I needed to make. And I thought I got there, just got to one step for the end, and then they dragged me down. And then I went into first person. That is usually a sign that you're about to die. That didn't happen.
Oh.
It just slid me down the Black River Rapids. I was going to say White River Rapids, but because it's all goo and it's basically black goo and water and stuff, that happened. I ended up down the mountain, or like the hill that I was struggling to climb up for the past 3 minutes. And
This is
I
only
was
3
like,
minutes. It didn't take you all the way back to the other village.
No, just down the hill to there. But I get there and I'm like, oh shit, what the hell? Oh, I'm alive. This is great.
With no cargo.
There's some cargo left, including my priority cargo. Everything else had got wrecked, totaled.
Well, at least you got your priority cargo, so that's good.
Yeah.
And you got your ball baby.
And that was great. And then the next thing, a giant killer whale came out of nowhere and nearly landed on my head.
You what, mate?
just this like black beached whale, because the whole thing is like apparently a stranding is where just groups of animals just get beached up, and they're there. And Death Stranding is where a bunch of dead stuff gets beached up, including the killer whales. But yeah, it looked like basically one of those whales just came from the beach, landed on the floor, and whatever that hillside was a lot easier to climb because it was all sinking away.
Oh.
I permanently scarred my map
Oops.
with rock sides just becoming rock slides and trees going whee as they went into their new beachy world. It made that 100 meters a bit easier to climb because I eventually got there with my wrecked cargo. But, you know,
I did like.
it was a thing,
Yeah.
and I want to play more. I really do. I should just play more. I think I'll reserve some time
So
tomorrow.
all I really got out of that conversation is Death Stranding equals Dead Killer Whale. Don't shake the baby. That's
Oh
what I
no,
got.
no, shake the baby.
Don't
Well,
shake the baby.
Rock the baby. Don't shake the baby. Actually, rock the baby because it soothes it. It makes it calm. It makes it less stressed. And then sometimes it'll gurgle in the bottle, and it's just like a whole load of fluid, but it'll just like go, and a little air bubble in the shape of a heart will come up.
Oh, that's cute.
So yeah, you apparently get too attached to it, but they, in the world, Guillermo del Toro or Deadman, the doctor, tells you don't get attached to it. At the end of the day, it's a piece of equipment, and it's like, no, it's a baby.
It's a baby in a
It's
bottle.
a fetus. It's a fetus. It's not a baby.
Mm.
I mean, it's kind of alive, but it's not. It can only live inside the bottle. But I explained that last week.
Yeah, Schrodinger's.
So, yeah,
Schrodinger would have a field day with that one.
my days of, I'll steal this from Loading Ready Run for this one. The days of Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus still continue. Still delivering cargo.
I like that thing.
Still reconnecting cities.
Well, you posted something from Twitter or something. It's like, yeah, that is definitely a Fuck My Life moment.
Oh, yeah, the Twitter account of a guy who tried walking along the bridge with about 20 suitcases of cargo on his back, forgets to grip for balance and trips over, face plants on the bridge and watches as all that cargo falls off into a river.
Including the baby, because the baby was down at the bottom.
No, the baby's still attached.
But no,
The baby is always attached to Norman Reedus.
it's just like, Fuck My Life.
Yeah, but the baby was ridiculously stressed. But yeah, just watching all the cargo float away. I want to actually grab that video, re-edit it with Adagio for strings over the top of it. So that one,
I
not the club remixes,
was
No.
going to say the
and definitely not the Tiesto mix. That can go fuck itself.
just off the GTA 5 when you get killed.
Wasted.
Yeah.
So yeah, and maybe talk about more of my cargo journeys when I've unlocked more features. Like I've got the side questy feature now, which should allow me to do more missions to upgrade my ability to carry cargo and gain likes. Actually, on my Twitter, there's a couple of pictures I took the piss out of, or that I enjoyed, just because of how weird it is. Norman Reedus' character is Norman Reedus. He's very sullen, very blunt, sarcastic, doesn't like anything. Except when he's in his private room and he uses the mirror.
Oh, jeez, he sings to the mirror or something like that.
Oh, he doesn't sing to the mirror. He pulls faces in the mirror. He does like little finger guns in the mirror.
Yeah, okay.
And the mirror is socially connected. The mirror can take photos. And when the mirror takes photos, people who Norman Reedus' character Sam likes can give him likes. So there was something weird. I just went to the mirror and he blows a raspberry at the mirror. So he's just there, looks at it, and just goes. And I did that. I took the picture and I posted it on my Twitter, and it's just like he's there mid-tongue sticking out as he's blowing that raspberry. And then it cuts back and it says 57 likes received from BB, which is the bridge baby. I was like,
Bottle baby.
wait, hold on. The baby in the incubator across the room liked that I was blowing the raspberries.
I mean, has the ability to attach itself to social media. It's a baby in a bottle.
Yeah, you gotta like it the right way.
The baby's gonna be a Twitter troll by the time he's like 10 months old.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you still need its growth. It got stunted growth.
Yeah,
so it can't
actually, that's
grow.
the point. It's forever a fetus.
Forever a fetus.
Yeah. So, yeah, we've got a couple of minutes left. So we'll get on to what Duncan mentioned partway through.
Sonic.
One of the things.
Sonic
yeah. Sonic.
News time.
Sonic the Hedgehog got another trailer. It was this week, wasn't it?
Oh.
Or last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they've changed the CGI.
Which we knew was going to
Okay.
happen. They said they were going to do it.
They did, but I didn't realise how okay I am with the new CGI in
Okay,
comparison.
They literally made the cartoon version of it into CGI.
Which is what it needed.
No, hell yeah.
Let's be fair. I was still having nightmares of the man-hog.
Oh, man-hog. Is that what you're naming it now?
Sonic the Man-Hog. Well, it had human teeth. I mean,
And
this one
human
still
eyes
technically
by the
does.
looks of it.
Yeah. That being said, we do have to take into account that, yes, the CGI of Sonic looks better. But,
It definitely
Shame it
isn't
can't
quite
help
as
the acting.
nightmare-inducing.
yeah. But, there's two things on this. One, it's not really made the content of the film any better, even though I did cheaply laugh at some of the Jim Carrey stuff. People are complaining about Jim Carrey's overacting. That's a Tuesday for Jim Carrey.
Yeah, it's just like,
Yeah.
they're worried about Jim Carrey overacting. Have you seen a Jim Carrey film?
Yeah, I mean...
Because I've
fuck.
seen
The
like
Mask.
a dozen, and they're
Ace
all
Ventura.
the same.
Yeah, fuck. Did anyone watch the documentary where they followed him when he was making Man on the Moon?
I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, but he was method acting all the way through, and there were about 10 different times where the production crew were just going to go, "Fuck that." Because he was trying to be not Andy. No, I've forgotten the name of the comedian. But yeah, no, he was method acting as him the entire time, and yeah, I mean, God, don't complain about Jim Carrey's
Andy
overacting,
Kaufman?
because that's exactly how it's. Yes, thank you.
He's eccentric.
Yeah,
He's
But
a
it's
very
just- I
eccentric
mean-
character.
it was just that bit where he's dancing to the Blitzkrieg Bop in his
Yeah.
in his thing, and his minion pops up with coffees,
Hmm.
and he's just like, "I thought you'd like some latte with some Austrian soy milk," and he just goes, he's angrily going, "Of course I'd want your latte. I love the way you make them." And I was just like, "What the fuck is going on?" But so there's that. But the other thing is, don't forget that it was May when they brought that trailer out. Yeah.
Yes.
I literally was just sort of like skimming through the trailer like without sound, and I had
Yeah.
paused it to like listen to the conversation, and the part that you just described about him dancing and taking the coffee, that's the part I had just paused at. I unpaused it and watched it. Like I just saw him mouth the words you just said. I'm like, oh my god,
Yes.
what timing?
Perfect. But yeah, you got affected. It was May that they announced that, and they re-released the trailer back in November. But that means they would have recut that trailer. Let's say the CG was done mid-October, yeah?
Mm.
That's a lot of crunch.
Yep.
True.
Not
By the way,
comfortable with that.
I like the CGI of the Green Hills as well. That looks
Yes.
nice.
The Green Hill Zone looks really nice.
I haven't watched this trailer yet.
Though I also have, and I know someone at my work had been speaking to me about this, but I have my concerns about storyline plot point. Sonic wasn't Sonic before Robotnik.
Mm.
The origins, he was
Yeah,
just a normal brown hedgehog who had a doctor called Kinterbor, which is Robotnik backwards for anyone who's not keeping count.
Modify him.
Gave him some trainers to let him get faster. A freak accident happens which makes Sonic blue and really, really fast, and then makes Kinterbor obsessed with robotics, and he becomes Robotnik. But in the trailer for the film, Sonic is already blue, has already got the trainers, and says that people are trying to steal his power, and he heads to Earth, where Robotnik is already some sort of Black Ops bounty hunter.
I don't think he is. I think he's basically like an eccentric bounty hunter, and the government's basically saying we need his help. Basically, he's meant to be like the best hunter on the planet or whatever.
But it's clear on this one that he's doing it for his own gains as well. But, at least, I guess, really, they've tried to aim this more towards the children now, especially the rubber band ball thing. Yeah. It leaves it. I like that sort of comedy where the joke has been made, but they leave it just 2 seconds too long,
Mm.
That awkward.
which is what they do with the paddle ball.
Oh yeah, he's
Just
sat there going, "Dun."
Yeah, and then it cuts to Cyclops. I've forgotten the name of the actor, but I just remember he was Cyclops in the newer X-Men stuff.
Okay. So young Cyclops.
Yeah, but then it cuts back to Sonic again with the paddle ball for like an extra half second. It's like, you didn't need that cut, but it's actually funnier because of it.
Mm.
But yeah. That being said, now, so with it coming out on Valentine's Day next year, What are people?
That's
what-
not getting anywhere when it comes out.
Yeah, I was about to say, how successful do you think it is? And realistically, were you going to see it? Are you going to see it?
I want to see it, just because
Okay.
it's a film.
Yeah.
You know, I might just for the fucking lols. You know, it's like
I don't know.
you know what? It's like the worst thing. It's like I feel like the worst thing it could be is to be like hilariously bad.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure a movie like that can't possibly be boring. You know, just the way
Oh
it's
no.
put together. It's either going to be spectacularly bad or it's going to be legitimately entertaining, and I'm fine with both.
Absolutely. You know what, Steph? Let me know
Yeah,
if
you
you're
know
going to
what?
see this. I
I'm
think I
definitely
want to
gonna
see it
watch
as well,
I'm
just for
definitely
shits.
watching it.
Yeah, we'll just go there and just like, what the fuck are we watching? Because it does
Happy
look...
Valentine's Day.
What? Yeah,
Oh,
what you
you
don't
two
know
would
is I'm
make it.
going Valentine's Day. Fuck it. Watching all
So
these
I'll-
romantic couples go to see a romantic film, and then there's me watching Sonic going, fuck yeah!
We're just there.
You and Ryan alone in an empty theater watching Sonic the Hedgehog.
No, I would say the
And
guys.
you're not even sitting next to each other.
Yeah, I'm like 5 rows down, and Steph's then just got the premium seat, so he's like...
No, but what was it? No, you'd have the guys. Well, like the guys that chose the film. It's like, and he goes like, really? Like, this is your romantic gesture?
I
Well.
wonder if it's in Cineworld. Will it be in Screen 12 with the moving seats?
What, the 4DX?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I want to do this and then come back on the podcast after and going, yeah, so we watched Sonic the Hedgehog in the 4DX screens.
What are the 4DX screens?
They're the
Moving
ones
chairs
that
and
are
sprays water.
moving chairs with 3D glasses and environmental effects.
Yeah, sprays water, blows air, basically, that's it. And
Yeah.
blows heat for flames.
Can you
Yeah, we
imagine
have
can you imagine the moving seats trying to like emulate Sonic's speed?
Vibrated
People crawling out of these theaters like broken neck,
to
like,
death.
twisted. They got a concussion. It's just like wait. So how are they gonna do this? It's like, oh Christ! I forgot my entire family.
It's the ride scene out of Mr. Bean, the Ultimate Disaster movie. It's just where Mr. Bean, he's there with his like roommate or whatever, and they go onto one of these 3D ride machines, and they're riding. Everyone's going, yeah, it's great, and Mr. Bean's fallen asleep in the chair. So they walk out, and he sees the master control for the ride. Tells his dude to get the other ticket, or to get some tickets, and they're gonna have another ride. He then goes in, messes with the master controls, turns the speed for everything all the way up. Then they go back, sit down, and he just goes, brace yourself. And the ride goes again, but it's ridiculously fast, and chairs are flying all over the place. People are falling out of chairs. He's just like, yeah, this is great. And there's one bit where the ride lurches forward, and a guy from 2 rows above him flies over him. And the way that he lands makes it look like he fell into a lava pool that was on the ride. But that's what I'm just picturing is what 4DX would be like with those Sonic seats. I actually still remember.
The loop.
Yeah. Yeah, I still actually remember watching San Andreas with The Rock and people in the D-Box seats, which is like 4DX, it's just without...
They don't have the D-Box anymore, you know.
Did they remove that for 4DX then?
Yeah.
But
4DX,
yeah, there was like...
the 4DX is the same room.
Ah, right.
So if they just want to put the chairs on, they just put the chairs on. You just don't have the
Water and heat and...
you just don't have the environmental stuff.
Ah, fair enough. But yeah, just remember it was like there's a bit right at the beginning where the woman falls down a crevice in her car, and there was like this 8-year-old kid shaking on the seats, and he was laughing. It was all great. Yeah, karma hit him pretty quick. Because the way that happens is that she goes off the cliff, then a car gets stuck, and then it just goes woof, sort of plummets for about 10 meters, and then suddenly stops. And the kid was on the front of his seat.
See,
Oh.
the D-Box was good for the fact that you can control your own seat.
Mm.
The vibrating. With the new ones, you can't. So if you have, like, say, lower back issues or something like that, you're pretty fucked. Don't sit on the chairs.
But if you got
So-
lower back issues, don't go to the moving seat theater.
Sure.
Yeah. So what you're basically telling me there is that the kid dug his own grave, considering how quick he flew out of that thing.
Does
Indeed.
sound like it.
Kid's dead now.
Well, that's a sobering thought.
Ryan killed him.
Yeah, that's a sobering thought that I think we should finish off the podcast with then. So, yeah.
I'm concerned
If
that
you,
he's sober.
Yeah, if you liked what you heard, I'm going to have sake after this. Screw
Are you
it.
having sake?
Because I can. I got a bottle of it.
Fair enough.
So, yeah. So, yeah, if you liked what you heard, please do the like, share, subscribe thing, click the bell, comment,
Play
share
more
on social
Pokemon.
media, play more games, engage with us. Don't make a comment that just says, this post was engaging.
Gay.
Actually comment. You know, that's a thing
I'm
to
gonna
do.
comment. I'm just gonna put gay.
Remember, we've got all the various shows. Some will be coming back. Some, will be being modified. We'll have fun with them all, and we'll just upload them when we damn well feel like it. So, yeah, that's the thing. Remember, you can listen to this podcast on YouTube, as well as through Spotify and Apple Podcasts, maybe even Amazon Music.
Does anyone know what level Magic Carp evolves at?
Like 20 or
26?
25?
Something like that?
I've got about 16 more levels.
Yeah.
It's a while,
yeah.
and they evolve, and they level up very slowly.
Yep.
Oh, I'm not
Indeed.
having an issue leveling up. He was level 5 when I started about an hour ago. He was level 12.
Fair. And yeah, keep an eye on the social medias. Facebook.com/immaterialgamers and Twitter.com/immaterialgamer. Remember, don't try the S. It doesn't exist. So all that's left to say is thank you to Duncan, Steph, and D.
No, in the first episode of
No.
Rick and Morty season 4,
No.
there's a
No.
hidden Snapchat in it.
Oh.
That's actually real.
That's what Immaterial Game is not on. It's not on Snapchat. It's not on Instagram at the moment, even though I said I was
It's a
going to do it.
very non-visual organization, but maybe someday.
Yeah, fair enough. So, yeah, until next week, please, for God's sake, capture more Pokemon and set people's seats to maximum.
And
But don't kill each
Ryan
other.
is gonna polish his rocks.
Just brace yourself. See you later.
Oi.
Bye.
Kill the Rumbers!